What is going on, guys? It's your boy SlickV, and we're back again commentating over one of Cracker B Ragin's sim videos. So you know it's about to be good. He's in his tried and true E100 here. Let's hop into his game mode or his view and see what he does. That is a blue tiger. Do-dabba-dee-dabba-die, if you know what I'm saying. So go follow Cracker on his Twitch. Link will be in the description down below if you enjoy this kind of content. Now, that being said, if you do go to his Twitch, just remember that Cracker B Ragin, his name is Ragin for a reason. Cracker B Ragin. Alright, I'm done making memes. He's playing with some of the other G Squad guys in his E100 here on Ass River. And it seems like he is going to continue to annoy Elim here. He's looking at the chicken wire, which is always fantastic. Elim is in the M46. Funny thing about that tank's gun sights is you can't use it when you got the chicken coop around it. So he's basically looking through jail the entire match. So let's talk about the E100. Very limited tank. I believe there's 200 people who have it. It is a mouse turret on an E100 chassis. Now, I believe the real E100 had plans to have a flat turret with more armor on it, kind of like what we see in World of Tanks. But regardless, the E100 is very good in this sim event. This is the 7.7 event versus Russia. The only thing that can really reliably pen this and the mouse in this event are the Object 906, or is the Object 906. And, you know, you don't see a lot of them, and they die to your coax. So, good luck, am I right? We're just going to speed this replay up a little bit here. And Danger's also in his E100, so they're going down here to the south side. No, the north side, I guess. I always think of it as the south side because, I don't know, it seems like it. Actually, it's going to cut mid. It's going to go straight through the middle of the map. It is battle, so I guess if you cap, you win. And just remember, they don't see markers, but we do. I like to leave the markers on so we can see just how incompetent they are when they look past people. I do the same shit, don't worry. And what else can I talk about before we get into the action here? Parallax. So the E100 suffers from parallax the same as the mouse. The optics are on top of the tank, kind of like, you know, the Yag Tiger and the mouse, like I said. And I made a video about it. So just remember when he aims in and stuff that he has to deal with the parallax of this tank. Here we go. First engagement here. IS-6. He's aiming. And he shoots the tip, just the tip of the IS-6. Probably the best shot you can hit there, because the IS-6 can't do anything to them, and they can't do anything to the IS-6 really from this angle. I know, it's weird, right? The IS-6 is super armored. What just killed Danger? Hold on, I gotta bring the battle list up. What did Danger die by? Danger died to that IS-6? How? Alright, well, Danger died to an IS-6. I don't know how. I think I was in the Discord for this game, but I wasn't playing with them yet, and I remember Danger screaming about something. Crack, right above you, dude. There's an IS-6 right above you. Cracker. Cracker. Alright, well, he didn't see that IS-6. Clearly blind. I can't believe Danger died to an IS-6 from that range. Maybe he got shot in the back. It could have been. So now we know that there's an IS-6 up there. There's two, actually. Let's see how Cracker deals with this one. Tries to shot trap. Proves ineffective. I mean, the IS-6 is like impenetrable from any angle you look at it. Let's just watch it 4 times. He does take a shot and kills it there. I zoomed past it, but he actually did bend that. I don't know how. I probably went in the side skirt, it looked like. Something like that, underneath the side skirt. That's the only really vulnerable part of the IS-6. I mean, that guy was in a terrible position. I don't know who would push onto the side of the hill like that. You want to fight everybody on level ground. But regardless, it happened. Seems that he's looking around. That IS-6 is still up behind him. I have no idea how he didn't see him. I mean, I've ran past people too, though, so I can't really be one to judge. Seems like he's going to back up here and check the area. So in battle, I guess you really just want to kill the enemy team. I know it seems like battle, but capping is just difficult to do. It's not the smartest thing. Even if you can get to cap early on in the game and pressure it, it takes forever to capture in battle, and the enemy team will be spread out amongst behind you if you do something like that. So it's just best to just try to hold map and kill as many people as you possibly can. We can see him here turning and deciding to go up to the middle, I believe. He's going to do that. And this tank is just painfully slow, so we'll zoom in again, or speed this up again, because, you know, this tank is just super slow. The same thing with the mouse. It's a little bit faster than the mouse, I believe, but it's just fat and slow. See him go up here. He's moving around in the middle. And there he goes. Flank on the enemy team. Now remember what I was saying about not needing to cap? And this is also an interesting thing to note. While that didn't kill anything, what Cracker did there was very fascinating. So instead of trying to fight his parallax, he just went into third person and put a shot into the side of the T-54. Now the T-54 doesn't know where he is, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. But they're both like really confused right now. So he's going to try to get another shot into the side of the turret, and he does pen the side of the turret and kills that T-54. Backs off to check his right, which is another thing that most people don't do. So this is the level of play that you really strive to get at, is when you're checking around in between reloads and stuff so you don't get killed from behind. Just keep an eye on this IS-6. The IS-6 knows roughly where it came from. He waits till the T-54 despawns and takes a shot into... Let's see. He's looking for the shot trap. And since he's shooting on a downward slope onto that guy, the 128 has enough pen to go straight through the front, which is nice. So there we go. 3 kills. And securing the cap. So like I said, pushing cap early, this is what happens. You get a mouse behind you. Or an E100 behind you. Could have been a mouse. Which is just crazy. I mean, I think they were in the wrong to do something like that. They should have just tried to help hold map control and deal with what's going on. So here Cracker gets shot in the side. He turns around and snaps the right side of the turret of the T-54. And that's the thing with the T-54 49s, is their turrets are a lot weaker than the 47 in my opinion. They're a lot easier to shoot at because they're flat in the front, especially with a gun like this. So you see he takes another shot and doesn't know where it's coming from. We see that the guy is on the hill over there, and I'm sure he'll find out soon enough if he takes another shot, but he decides to get out of there and not fight that T-54 frontally. And there we go, another guy in cap, because they decide to push cap. So he gets another shot in the back of a T-44-100 because they're not paying attention. They're not communicating on the other team. They're not knowing what's going on. And Cracker's just dominating this middle position. So what I assume is, in his mind, he knows that he got shot from the hill, so he's going to check the hill, and he does. And he sees the T-44-100. And when you see a T-44-100, when you're in a mouse or an E100, you're not really afraid. You're going to back up, pull your shot, and hit him straight in the mantlet and murder his entire existence. Now he's still thinking about that T-54 that shot him prior, so he's going to back up, wait for his reload. He sees him here, puts a coax shot at him to try to bait, and there he goes for a tracking shot with the coax, which is something that I do now, I'm starting to do, but only the most skilled of mouse drivers and E100 drivers will attempt to do things with their coax that no other people would think of. So, I mean, yeah, people think about it, but in practice, it's a lot tougher to pull off. And he's angling backwards, which I've never seen anybody do. So he decides to just drive backwards down this hill to get a shot on this T-54. And he's looking for that side shot. And he non-pens the front of the turret. And using his coax, pops another shot into him. So he's angled completely here. The T-54 doesn't really stand a chance of penning. And you can see while he's reloading, he just holds his turret to the left position, so he can't even get a shot off on his mantlet. Angling here, fidgeting, trying to make sure that this guy bounces any shot he takes. T-54 doesn't know what to do. He's contemplating suicide at this point. And now is the T-54's chance, and instead of... he gets a shot in. But what Cracker just did there was something I've never done. So he used the coax to splash dirt up and try to get the snapshot on him. And instead of doing that, he waits for his crew to come back. And he's trying to get this shot off. I see what he's trying to do. Waiting for this T-54 to make a mistake. Seems to be repairing right now. The T-54 comes up behind him And this could be over for him. But instead, he flicks the tank around just in time. And from point blank, the 128 through the upper front plate of that tank blew a hole the size of, damn, I don't even know what the size of that is. $50? Bigger than $50, definitely. In the upper front plate of that T-54 and kills him. But you can see Cracker uses his coax for a multitude of different things. When I first started playing the mouse, I really didn't know how useful the coax was. But it kills light-skinned vehicles, it can kick dirt up, it tracks people, it baits shots. It's just an all-around utility gun. And it's fascinating that he uses it to such effectiveness. So there he grabs his 7th kill. And this is something to note here that I haven't yet, is we flick up the scoreboard and he's the last guy alive in the entire game on his team. And we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies up in one form of vehicle or another. So we'll close the left tab. We have a yak flying around. That was the first kill he got while he was the last guy in the game. When he sent this to me, he said it was a 1v6. So just keep that in mind from now on. Now we have a T-44-100 and a T-34-100 that have yet to spawn in, I believe, or they're spawned in. For some reason their name is not highlighted for me, which makes no sense. But Cracker is going back to A, not only to recap, but I believe he wants to get extra crew because he lost some of his crew, so he's not in tip-top fighting shape right now. You can see that 3 of his members are dead. So he's going to go down here and get another crew member, I believe. So we'll just speed this up. Goes into cap, angles himself towards the enemy team. A yak comes in and crashes, and they start calling Artie in on him. Checking all about, seeing what's going on. Nothing much, really. We can see on our side that the T-34 is flanking. I think he caught a glimpse of him there. He might have... Oh, no. He's going to get shot before he notices that guy. And this is a shitty spot for him, no doubt, because he has to look around completely. He has no idea where the enemies are. He takes that shot, and instead of giving up his position by backing up and trying to engage, he's going to use the rock to put some obstacles between him and the target and reevaluate what's going on, checking where the enemy is and whatnot. So we can see him peeking out here. Now the T-34-100, I don't think Cracker knows exactly what shot him yet, but the T-34-100 is going to have trouble killing him unless he's point blank to the side of this thing. But we can see what it is now. Cracker tries to snap his turret around using his track traverse and his turret traverse at the same time, putting a shot into the T-34-100. Now I don't know if he killed him, but that was a main cannon round. When I say kill him, I mean I don't know how much damage he did, but definitely did something. And then he puts a coax, I believe, which kills him into the side of the tank. Point blank there. Those upgraded heat shells have 100 mils of pen, so they can do a lot of damage, surprisingly enough. He takes another shot, and we can see it bounces through, and we have an IS-6 behind him. So knowing that the IS-6 has terrible pen, he's going to try to angle as fast as he can, and he's still trying to get this cap point because he wants these crew back. I think he gets tracked here. No, he doesn't get tracked. He just stops because he wants to soak the damage while getting another crew member, and he's keeping his turret angled as well. IS-6 decides not to push for some reason. If I was the IS-6 in this situation, I definitely would have pushed the fight and tried to get close, because there it goes. He gets his extra crew member. He aims in, and he tracks him. The deadly track. And then he puts a coax shot that does quite a bit of damage to the barrel, surprisingly enough. I was just peeking out, messing with this IS-6, trying to get coax shots into the barrel there. But the parallax is really tough for the coaxial. It's not the easiest thing to figure out. And then we have a PT-76, a wild PT-76 appears. Even though that thing shoots heat, it is still a tough nut to pen an E100, and the heat on that thing is just god-awful. So he prioritizes his targets here. He decides IS-6 is definitely a worse tank. We're going to try to deal with him first. Trying to track him with his coax. That one almost went through, and this one should track. So he does stop the IS-6's advance. IS-6 hardly has gun depression in here. Now he starts to put shots into his turret ring, and the IS-6 angles for him. 128 says, good night. This PT-76 still hasn't figured it out yet, so Cracker's going to say, I'll teach you how. So he starts to drive into this PT-76, bounces another shot, and now he's using the turret track traverse combo to swing his gun around and impose pure fascism on this PT-76. Oh, and he didn't even snap the shot. He's letting him know that you ain't messing with me today. PT-76 is shitting his pants right now. And the 128 through the ass cheek destroys that PT-76, no doubt. So now Cracker's here on 10 kills, double ace game. What is he going to do next? He's going to sit on his cap. I believe he's probably getting some ammo, and he's just going to chill, because you never know what's going to happen. He's running down to 7 rounds there, and by the way this game is going, he doesn't know. I don't blame him for chilling here for a little bit and trying to get some points. So I'm going to zoom this up, speed this up a bit, and see what's going on. So he keeps looking behind him. We see again that the T-34 has flanked him indeed, and he takes some arty shots. He's looking around him. He has no idea where that T-34 is yet, until maybe here. Might look around, and he still doesn't see him. He's behind the bush. That T-34 knows he's there, though. He's calling arty on him. So Cracker's tracked by the arty, and he knows that there's a guy near him. There's a guy going to be coming up. If somebody's in arty range, they're coming to kill you. So he repairs his tracks and just stays still. He sees the T-34 now, and he decides to move forward. He's going to angle his turret and traverse his tank to the right, expecting the T-34 to come around. T-34 puts a shot into his turret, which is just the wrong move there. Cracker puts a snap with the coax and misses. If you're shooting at these tanks from the side, you need to shoot lower side plate, you know, underneath the skirts, because other than that, you're not going to penetrate this tank. It is extremely tough, an extremely tough nut to crack. So now he's fighting this T-34. T-34 doesn't know whether to shit or go blind at this point. He's scared to death, and his friend comes from the same direction, which again is a terrible thing. You guys can learn from this watching what happened to the enemy team. If you ever encounter a mouse or something like this, come from different angles. Don't back out in front of a mouse. That makes no sense. He coaxes him. Oh no, he doesn't coax him. He shoots him with his 128, and now he's going to coax him to death. And it's good night for that T-34. Don't know what he was thinking there, backing out. He should have just went around the corner. Now Cracker didn't see the T-44-100, so he's looking around, and this T-44-100 could have a chance here to go kill Cracker. And we'll see what he does here. So Cracker's looking around, turns his tank full on around. Where is the last guy? Now, of course, we know where he is, but Cracker has no idea. So he's scanning the horizon, and I'm sure that this T-44-100 is going to come up behind him, but I don't know what this engagement's like. I've never watched this replay before, but I'm going to assume as T-44-100 is going to come up behind him, shoot him in a spot he thinks he can pen, and before he can react, Cracker's going to angle too fast to become a non-pennable target and murder him with his 128 millimeter goodness. He's looking behind him, and there is the tank. He is spotted. So that T-44-100, instead of pushing up behind Cracker when he had the chance, was... I ran out of disk space. Could you believe it? So I don't know where we left off, but Cracker spotted the T-44-100, and it's completely possible that the T-44-100 doesn't know that Cracker saw him, because he dropped down as Cracker saw him, so he might not even know that he turned around. So this T-44-100 might be coming over the hill expecting the ass of an E100 and getting the entire front, which is kind of funny to think about. So this is it. The 1v6 situation has come down to this. T-44-100 versus the E100. What's going to happen? I don't know. You know, I have no idea, dude, how this came out. He's looking. I'm curious, too. We see him on the map now. T-44-100 might have spotted him by this time. And he's just going to drive sideways out in front of an E100. And he bounces the 128. Tracks him with the coax, leaving him in place. And he's just going to pepper him with the coax until the 128 is ready to do its business. And this one is pretty much over, folks. T44 100, 0, Cracker, 1. Shot bounced. See how he angles his turret while he's waiting for the T44 100 to shoot. Now he knows he has a little bit of time to spare. He's going to push up, aim the shot perfectly. 128 through the mantlet. Good night, T44. 1v6, complete, 12-0. Cracker, good ass game. Thank you for sending me this replay, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go give Cracker a follow in the description down below, and let me know, if you have any replays or anything like that. Send them to me on Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.